So the point is, there's not a whole lot of integrity left, the Congress and the Republican, and for that matters on the Democratic end. I mean, if you look, both parties tend to have lockstep votes these days. I'm a little more sympathetic to the Democrats because I'm not very sympathetic to Trump at the moment.
Do you think the best strategy is to oppose Trump, or do you think the better strategy is to appeal to his desire to be liked?
Well, the problem is that to appeal to Trump's desire to be liked is to essentially do whatever he wants, because Trump's basic criterion is if you bow down and kiss his feet, you're a good person. And if you have the slightest hint of opposition, you're a bad guy. Okay? It's quite distressing to look what happened to... Now, I'm ordinarily Republican in my politics. Okay, ordinarily. But Republicans used to have principles. Well, nowadays, the only requirement for being a Republican, congressman or senator, is to do what Trump wants. It's kind of entertaining. I mean, ordinarily, I'm in Australia at the moment, but ordinarily I'm in Michigan, and I come from a district that was traditionally Republican. It was more voter, Gerald Ford used to be, when I was a kid, my representative, and long history of Republican representatives, generally with character and integrity. Well, for a while, our congressman was Justin Amash, a libertarian, which I'm really not, but he was a decent congressman, but he voted for the first impeachment. Guess what? He was primaried out, kicked out very promptly. Well, he was replaced by a guy named Meyer. And Meyer was, again, conservative, but a very good representative. He had integrity. He voted for the second impeachment. He got primaried out, okay? And when the next election, they nominated a really crackpot Republican and lost to the Democrat, which is rare. The last time that happened in the area was after Ford pardoned Nixon. That got people mad. So for one term, there was Democratic representative. Then it went back to being Republican. Well, the point I'm getting at here is that if you look today, basically Trump can count on lockstep support from the Senate and the House, the Republicans. And most recently, there was, a clear in which there was trying to get the guy confirmed, and opposition voice in the party was silenced by being told, hey, we'll primary you unless you vote to confirm. Guy voted to confirm. So the point is, there's not a whole lot of integrity left, the Congress and the Republican, and for that matters on the Democratic end. I mean, if you look, both parties tend to have lockstep votes these days. I'm a little more sympathetic to the Democrats because I'm not very sympathetic to Trump at the moment. But, there used to be an overlap. Do you remember the old Venn diagrams? I don't know, you're a kid yet. Yeah, the overlap. Well, there used to be a big overlap between Republicans and Democrats. Now there's hardly any overlap. And both sides have become kind of calcified in their views, which is a sign of propaganda, because propaganda tends to like blacks and whites, yeses and nos, not shades of gray, because uncertainty is uncomfortable. Well, that's a long and rambling answer, and see what you can do with it.